maybe not. So, grace, peace, and power. And I expect miracles will happen here tonight. Maybe not any of the miracles we came in expecting, but this place will not be the same because you were here. Let the people say, Amen. Let the people say, Amen. Let the people say, Amen.
Hi, real quick before we start. My name is Julie Hurwitz, and I'm from the National Lawyer.
We'll begin with, as was mentioned, that Malik Rahim will not be speaking here. He missed the plane travel snafu. Ann Wright, who has been on a number of panels with him, will take some more time to explain some of the issues, some of what he has. And among other things, I'm hoping you'll explain to us some of what the parameters of what impeachment actually is and what it is we are talking about here today. Bill?
5 minutes, right?
5 minutes.
Can you all hear me? Okay. Very quickly, there's a book on one of the tables, I think it's the Lawyers Guild table in the back of the room, which I participated in writing, called The Articles of Impeachment Against George W. Bush. That book lays out essentially 4 articles of impeachment. There are many more. It doesn't even address the issues of Katrina, which are vast. It doesn't even address the issues of the environment, which are vast. It doesn't even address healthcare. None of those. The 4 are: 1, illegal wiretapping, which is clearly a statutory crime that this president and this vice president have committed. And this vice president has said that the reason that they have done it is to... We premiered that movie in the town of Guantanamo, an old movie theater that maybe held 1,000 people. And at the end of that, and these were just ordinary Cubans in the town of Guantanamo, in the eastern tip of Cuba, who came to see this. You know, high school students and civil servants and workers and everybody just sitting there. At the end, there was supposed to be a question period, and there wasn't one question asked, and no one said a word, and no one applauded, and no one, and Asif, who had been featured in the movie, stood up, and all they could do is just meet him and greet him with the most profound and the saddest silence I've ever seen in my life. And they just sat there for 10 or 15 minutes and finally, and would not let him sleep and would not let him leave. And these people were profoundly affected. The irony of this is, here's a country which supposedly doesn't understand democracy, which is a part of his, you know, insane axis of evil, where they understood far better than many Americans, and certainly far better than the President and the Vice President of the United States, that the destruction of democracy occurs on the most basic of human terms, and it is the destruction, the unjust destruction of human lives, and this is what this administration is about. And if there's one message to say to Congress, there's one reason to impeach, it's because they are destroying the Bill of Rights of the United States of America.
That's 5.
On that note, I'll turn the rest of the comments and see you over the rest of the panel. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is Ann Wright. And you know, in a lot of this we've talked about diplomacy, and it involves the military. Ann has been in both of those institutions and is here with us tonight. She spent 29 years in the military, finishing as retiring